Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a major change that's coming to impact almost every American who buys things online from overseas. It also affects any small business that sells internationally. Imagine hitting buy now on that perfect, unique item from a small shop abroad, then you find out it might not even make it to your doorstep. Or worse, it arrives with a massive, unexpected fee. That's exactly what millions of us are facing. Starting this Friday, a major change in U.S. trade policy is slamming the brakes on international package shipments. Get ready. About 25 countries around the world have announced they're temporarily halting most postal services to the United States. This includes nations from Australia to Japan and across Europe. This isn't just a minor delay, it's a massive shakeup. It's all thanks to one executive order from the White House. This move is designed to reshape global trade and boost American manufacturing, but it's causing chaos for postal networks and for e-commerce. Most importantly, it affects you and me. So let's get into what's happening. We'll cover why it's happening and what you need to know right now to avoid getting stuck in this tariff tangle. The end of an era. What is de minimis? For nearly a century, the U.S. had a rule called the de minimis exemption. That's a fancy Latin term that basically means too minor to worry about. This rule was created way back in 1938. It made it easier for low-value goods to enter the country. Think about it. Collecting a tiny tax on a $1 import just wasn't worth the government's time or effort. Over the years, that limit slowly grew. In 2015, it was raised significantly. It allowed packages worth up to $800 to enter the U.S. completely duty-free and also required minimal paperwork. This might sound like a small detail, but it was a game changer. It revolutionized international shopping and helped small businesses. Last year alone, a staggering 1.36 billion packages entered the U.S. under this exemption. They were collectively valued at over $64 billion. That's 92% of all cargo coming into the country. It fueled a boom in online shopping. It made it easy and affordable to get unique products from around the globe. Many popular online marketplaces relied heavily on this loophole. This includes fast fashion brands like Shein and Temu. They could ship products directly to American consumers without extra taxes. So why is this changing now? Why you end a system that's been in place for so long? A system used by so many? The White House says this exemption had become a catastrophic loophole. Some even called it a big scam. They argue it has been abused by foreign businesses to get around tariffs. They also say it made it easier for illegal drugs, like fentanyl, to slip into the U.S. Counterfeit products also entered without proper inspection. Essentially, these low-value packages got expedited processing. That meant less oversight. Both the current and previous administrations have voiced concerns about these issues. There's actually bipartisan support to either restrict or eliminate these shipments. The change isn't entirely new. The exemption for goods from China and Hong Kong was already closed back in May, but now a new executive order is ending this rule for every country worldwide. It starts this Friday, August 29th. What this means for your packages and your wallet. Here's where things get real for American consumers and businesses. With the de minimis exemption gone, any package containing goods that used to be duty-free will now face new charges. These charges can range from a 10% to 50% tariff. It's based on the product's country of origin. For example, if you bought a $500 item from Europe, it could now come with an extra $75 tax or even more. For the next 6 months, carriers might also choose to charge a flat fee. This fee could be between $80 and $200 per package. It depends on the country and its tariff rate. So, who's stopping shipments? Over the last few days, postal services all over the world have announced temporary suspensions. They are halting most parcel shipments to the U.S. This includes countries in Europe. The UK's Royal Mail has stopped, so has Germany's Deutsche Post and DHL Parcel Germany. France's La Poste and Spain's Correos and Italy's Poste Italia are pausing. The list also includes Austria Post, Swiss Post, and Post Nord, which serves Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. Belgium's B Post and Finland's Posti and Guernsey Post are also included. In the Asia-Pacific region, Australia Post is halted, Japan Post and India's Department of Posts have too. New Zealand's postal service is pausing, Taiwan's Changhua Post, Thailand Post, and Singapore Sing Post are all stopping. That's a lot of countries. The main reason for these suspensions isn't just the new tariffs themselves. It's the massive confusion around how they will be collected. There's also confusion around who is responsible for what. Postal services are saying they simply don't have enough clear guidance. They also don't have enough time to update their systems to comply with the new rules. They want to avoid delays and unexpected charges. They also want to prevent your packages from being rejected and sent back. What's not affected? Here's some good news. Letters, documents, and personal gifts worth less than $100 will still be exempt from these new duties. So that birthday card from your auntie in London should still make it through. A small handmade gift from a friend abroad should also arrive without a hitch. The impact on businesses and consumers. This change is a huge blow, especially for small businesses globally. Many online retailers rely on American customers for a large portion of their sales. Think of a British illustrator who sells funny cat pictures or a Canadian pet supply company. With these new tariffs and the uncertainty, they're looking at significant revenue losses. Some even fear they might have to close up shop. For instance, one Canadian business owner estimates losing about 60% of her sales to the US. Many other small businesses in British Columbia share similar concerns. Even local American artists and producers are worried. Their materials often come from overseas. For consumers, this means more expensive goods. It also means potentially fewer choices. That unique Italian linen dress could see a price increase of up to 50%. Those specialty rugby goggles from Italy could get much more expensive. Economists predict that prices for many imported goods will rise. According to a recent study, ending this exemption could cost American consumers a lot of money. Estimates are between $11 and $13 billion. Lower income families are expected to be hit the hardest. Navigating the new landscape. What can you do? It's clear that the era of easy, duty-free online international shopping is over, for now at least. While some postal services hope these suspensions are temporary, there's no clear timeline. They are scrambling to develop new systems and payment methods. Some private carriers, like FedEx, say it's business as usual for them, but even they are introducing new international processing fees. UPS is doing the same. So what can you do to protect yourself from surprise charges? How can you ensure your orders arrive? First, always check the country of origin of a product. This might be buried in the product description, so dig a little. Once you know, you can research the U.S. tariff rates for goods from that country. Second, when shopping online, look for the term delivered duty paid, or look for the letters DDP. This means the seller plans to pay the import tax, and they'll handle the paperwork. If it says delivered duty unpaid, then you, the buyer, will be responsible for those fees. Third, if possible, see if the company fulfills orders from a U.S. warehouse. This would mean the goods have already cleared customs and tariffs. You wouldn't have to worry about extra fees. Fourth, be prepared for charges. If your package is shipped via international postal services, you might have to pay customs fees upon delivery, or you might pay at pickup. Private carriers often bill you directly. They might require payment at the time of delivery. Finally, if you get an unexpected bill and believe it's incorrect, you can dispute it. However, if you refuse delivery, you might not get a refund. So please proceed with caution. This is a significant shift in how we buy and sell globally. It's going to take some time for everyone to adjust. This includes large companies, small businesses, and individual shoppers. it might mean fewer unique items on our digital shelves. It certainly means higher prices for many things we're used to getting from abroad. All right, that's a lot to think about. How do these changes impact your online shopping habits? Do you run a business that will be affected? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel for more updates and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.